Nobody will know the paranoia. Cause I put a smile on my face. Cause I put a smile on my face. Nobody will know the paranoia. Cause I put a smile on my face. Cause I put a smile on my face. I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke banga. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? Now did you notice me? Nobody will know the paranoia. Cause I put a smile on my face. Cause I put a smile on my face. And if you know the paranoia. Cause I put a smile on my face. Cause I put a smile on my face. I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke banga. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? Now did you notice me? Nobody will know the paranoia. Cause I put a smile on my face. The facade you can never face. And if you don't know me well, you won't see how very I am inside my grave. Inside my grave. I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke banga. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? Now did you notice me? Nobody will know the paranoia. Cause I put a smile on my face. A facade you can never face. And if you don't know me well, you won't see how very I am inside my grave. Inside my grave. I've been drinking more.
Alrighty. Let's get after it today, alright? Insane day today, guys. Another one. It's just like every day. It's just more wild than the next one. Like you can't even stop. Just craziness. A few different headlines that we're gonna go into. BlackRock, halting redemptions. We got an Xbox release, and then just like the job market just decided to take a crap this month, which we've been talking about for weeks. And we're going to go into a little bit of why we think this might be the case, and then we're going to go from there. Number one, which I didn't really highlight, oil is up 15% on the day. What the heck is going on here? Well, obviously we all know the Iran crisis is happening. But 15% of the day, that's got to be like the biggest move on oil in probably since 2022 slash 2020. So this is like a, oh man, I mean, I hate to say it, but like anytime this happens, it gets a little worrying. Straight up on oil. We're currently at $91. Obviously, the Iran crisis is fueling this, no pun intended. But the overall market is getting crushed. It's getting crushed. Like if you think that like this is not getting crushed, like you're. I mean, like honestly, you shouldn't even pay attention to it if you don't need to. But generally speaking, the market was down 1% today. It was over a 1.5% down. but we just have like insane swings. Like intraday, you're talking about more than 2 point swings, and over the course of a week, you have up to 10%. Up to 10%. It went down to 24,000 and it went up to 26. So I guess that's not quite 10%, but it's in high single digits. So like the market is just moving in a different way than it typically has. I mean, these movements here were nothing of that nature. And we kind of are just sitting in this weird, horizontal movement layer. Interestingly enough, the Dow Jones was down way more than NASDAQ today, and then it recovered dramatically. So overall, it's just the markets are acting very strangely. Now, I will say that the natural gas, like EONR, which this is one that we're following. This is another like Reddit stock. Did go up. I mean, it's cranking right now. This is obviously like a very high risk play. This is the Reddit like short squeeze guys, high short, interest, et cetera, et cetera. But it just gives you a little bit of a look into where the market is today. It's mainly around, again, metals, energy, things like that. I wonder where our Bitcoin miners are. We can go to like things like iron, which is another energy consumer, down 4.5%. So definitely the consumers of electricity, the consumers of these prices are going down. And then I would say Bitcoin is also down today, similar to how we would see the typical market, although it's down 3.8%. Definitely showing signs of weakness. Now we have Circle, who also benefited from the world kind of have a tough time. It's down 3%, but it's up 100% in the past few weeks. In the past week and a half. So definitely pretty strong considering the environment that surrounds this. So people are clamoring for stable coins, and we'll keep going from there. Now, one of the first headlines that I saw today was BlackRock halting redemptions. Let's go a little bit more into that. I know from a fact of doing the research on this that let's go to the Financial Times. So what is the Financial Times? How does it work? Why are they? Private credit investors are pulling $7 billion from the biggest funds. Okay, so let's just talk about what is going on here, how it works, and we're going to break it down in layman's terms. Number one, BlackRock is one of the largest alternative asset investors in the world. That's number one. Number two, let me just see. Hold up, 1 second. Un momento. I want to make sure that the sound is all good. No, number one, BlackRock is the largest one of the largest alternative investment managers in the world. That's number one. Number two, they have many different funds, some of which are things called private credit funds. What do private credit funds do? Traditionally, bank loans, they can only lend out certain types of credit to certain types of people. Mortgages are one of the biggest ones out there. Now, when somebody wants to go and buy a company in like a leveraged buyout, or they want to take out growth capital, they will go and they will request private money to be lent to them. And typically, private money has higher yields, takes more diligence, higher transaction fees. But it's easier to obtain capital for financial restructurings or just LBOs, leveraged buyouts. In this case, BlackRock, and the one thing that I will say with the private credit funds, or just alternative investments in general, is that typically they provide or they limit your ability to withdraw funds from the fund for anywhere from 1 to 7 or 8 to 10 years, 1 to 10 years, right? Depending on their strategy. The reason for that is that a lot of these, like what they call term loans, I mean, it depends on what the financial product is, but if they give you a loan, typically those loans for private credit might last 5 to 7 years. So it's not like you can just go recall that capital. It's very hard to do that. So one of the things was that they allowed retail investors to put money into private credit funds, and they're seeing a massive request to withdraw. Well, actually, let's just go through here. Request to withdraw from retail credit funds. Now, the question is it retail credit or is it retail funds that are getting withdrawn? Let's take a look. Flagship debt fund after a surge in requests. Investors' worries amount around $2 trillion in the private credit industry. That's always been a worry, so I wouldn't really do that. Sentiment has soured around private credit in the recent months. Retail investors are increasingly asking for their money back from the fund's $26 billion HPS corporate lending fund. HPS is one of they're very good. HPS is very good. They typically do hairier deals, which is interesting. Which were designed to be open for wealthy individuals. It should serve as a warning for the industry that the rule makers about the downside of illiquid funds for retail investors. There's been auto parts supplier bankruptcies. There was also redemption requests on the Blue Owl fund as well, which is another private credit shop. Let's just keep going. Yeah, they limit 5% withdrawals. Again, they would you can sell your loans, you can do that, but you take a discount on them. Let's just see if there's any more information. Yeah. I would like to understand what is the reason? What is the reason for all this redemption? Is it just uncertainty? Because honestly, private credit is a great place to be in times of uncertainty because they're very low, they're not private credit is not something that is volatile. They're not traded very often. They typically are sold. So there's sold off of balance sheets. So there's ways to manipulate these instruments to get pretty high upside without all the risk. So I am curious how that is the case. There's also time and time again, Chamath keeps on coming up for his SPAC performance, which is pretty terrible. This is a good visual. Chamath in 2021 did quite a bunch of SPACs, which is basically a reverse merger between a public company who raises a bunch of money, $500 billion or more. It could be $10 billion. It could be $100 billion. But they raise all this money and then they go out into the private market and they buy a company and they basically, by that nature, make it public. Now, the issue with this is the issue with SPACs generally are the fact that you don't go through as stringent of a process for an IPO, which requires a lot of very specific, you have to do a lot of due diligence for IPOs. You have to go through financials, audited financials. You have to go through a rigorous step of going through bankers and looking at, is the company ready to go public? Does it have the infrastructure in place to do the reporting, et cetera, et cetera? Now, SPACs are far less diligence because they don't have to go through the IPO process. They are essentially relying upon the SPAC to do the diligence and the ability to do it. And SPACs can go, wrong in many different ways. But the economics can be very good if they are able to buy the company and bring it public at a good multiple or something like that. There's synergies to becoming public. So what he did was he basically SPAC'd a bunch of companies which are basically failed. They basically failed and now they're at zero. Now that's always been the case. But let's keep on going here. I don't want to get too sidetracked from our headline. But oh gosh, I didn't realize I didn't update my overlay. Hold up. Bastard. I always gotta update this thing. There's a one other headline which is at the Xbox release. This is a lot of people have been waiting for this. I mean, it's called the Xbox Helix. Interesting that it's being done prior to the launch of GTA 6. But Xbox is releasing their new gaming console. Let's just see. It's going to be the best place for GTA. Yeah, I mean, this is literally for GTA 6. Like, they are legitimately doing it for the release of that. It's rumored to be around $1,000 range, which honestly, considering the environment right now for electronics, I feel like that's not insane. Like Apple did release their new computer yesterday, which is priced around $1,000 or $1,400. No, actually, it was new. It's like the AirBook Neo, and it's $600. So Apple did release $600 Neo laptop. Yeah, $499 laptop Neo. Won't replace. Interesting. I guess they're trying to compete with school system laptops, aka the Chromebook. So that's number 2. And the number 3, which we did touch on this a little bit earlier, but we'll do it now. Oh, the Kobesi letter just put out something that was interesting. The market has never experienced anything like this. The S&P's trading angle range in the first 41 trading days of 2006 is just 2.7%, the narrowest for this period on record going back to 1928. This is also tighter than any Dow Jones trading range since 1896. By comparison, during the 2008 financial crisis, the index traded within a 35% range, 1,200% wider than the current levels. The 2020 pandemic saw a range of 15% or 450% wider. So although it's been very volatile, it seems to be that it's trading on a very tight spread. So if you're trading for one way up or down and the other way, it's just not doing that. It's just sitting there. So you can't really do options in this type of environment, which is like, it just eats at your volatility. Now, with respect to the job loss, which I need to see where my bookmarks are. Bookmarks. So, unemployment figures. Yeah, unemployment figures. The U.S. economy unexpectedly loses 92,000 jobs in February, below the expectations of a positive 58,000. I feel like everyone knows this is coming. Tech companies are overbloated. AI is making people more efficient in the professional sense, right? People are having a harder time making money. Therefore, the spending is going to go down, and there's going to be job loss. I mean, I don't think there's like much more to it. There's really not much more to it, especially if things aren't going up, and anything you do in this environment might not actually impact it because we're headline driven and we're narrative driven. Then where are we going to go from here? Generally, 4.4% though is decent. Like it's a decent unemployment rate. So, I don't think anyone's freaking out, but it definitely shows you. I don't really know if this is. There's some good memes there. essentially everybody's waiting for them to cut rates. That's what they're waiting for. And then outside of that is the Iran conflict pushing energy prices up. So we're going to have inflation and stagflation. I think this is stagflation. This is the stagflation is when prices go up, but there's a high unemployment rate. Like that's what we're going into. It's either we go into deflation or we go into stagflation. I don't really see an environment like that says one or the other. So that's really what's impacting the markets today. That's what it is. Now a couple like headlines. Clearly we covered this yesterday. Did admit to lying about revenue numbers. And then he walked that back. He walked that back to where he said that he actually said 3.6 million, or 6.3 million, and there's not really that big of a deal. So now I will say Royal Lee, he's known for rage baiting people. Like he's known for this. In fact, one of the interesting, we'll just go to YouTube. One of the interesting things behind Roy is that he does a lot of different podcasts, or not podcasts, but like he is very active on YouTube. So he's not. It's not like he just disappeared. Everyone said they ran out of money. This is one thing. This is the last one he did about why he spent $140,000 on a video. Now I do want to go into one thing that he says where this is literally what he does. Like this is all he does. He just rage baits people.
Don't understand. First company, Interview Coder. Interview Coder was a tool that I built as a sophomore at Columbia that essentially let you cheat on a very specific type of. Ever in human history been the case that someone intentionally I launched this first company or think of I realized most people on tech Twitter or Twitter in general just don't understand how content works or how to make good content at all. Most of these people are really boring engineers who are just commenting on, oh, the new AI model is 10 parameters bigger than this old AI model. Extreme news. And it's very fucking boring. They're boring. That's what I'm realizing going into this. So for Cluely, of course, the next thing I'm thinking is how can I create another spectacle that is the size of me getting kicked out of Columbia? And the decision I come to is a launch video. At the time, there's no real startup doing launch videos except for one that did one exactly like almost a full year before I did my launch video. The startup was called friend.com, and they did a launch video that did something like 20, 30 million views launching their AI companion on a pendant necklace. I think it was a little early for its time, but it's undeniable that it made a gigantic impact on the world of startups and software, and I think everyone in the startup scene knows who Avi Schiffman and knows what friend.com is. At the very least, they did at the time of me thinking about it. So of course, the last time I thought about who is the last person who made a real spectacle in the startup scene, immediately my mind went to friend.com, and I remember thinking, why did nobody else drop a video like this? I mean, this was the biggest thing ever. This was probably like the most viewed startup video of the year. Why did no other startup ever try and copy the strategy? So I said, you know what, let me try and figure out. The producers of the show, of the video, they were a little bit expensive.
So he goes on to say that basically he wants to make impacts on everything he does. Like he will go to the largest extent to do something that is so ridiculous to gain attention. And it's like, it doesn't matter if it's good, doesn't matter if it's bad. It's literally any attention. So it's not like he's, maybe this could be self-engineered in order, like they could have paid for the TechCrunch article. So I do want to say, like, this is how Cluely has stayed relevant by doing controversial things. And whether or not this isn't a great look, I don't think, but this is what he said. Got a call from TechCrunch reporter asking about revenue. told them 7 million ARR, in reality 6.3 million run rate, and the short answer is it's not. It's not. So generally speaking, it looks like this is kind of falling under the rug. Sam Spitz, who I met one time, seems like a nice guy. He basically took his side and just said, "Listen, like it's not that big of a deal. Like, people you will see within the startup world will use, a one-time thing to essentially use run rate ARR. And honestly, like A16Z isn't, and these venture funds, like they know the game. They know that this is the case, so it's not like they're gonna like, they do diligence. They see what is actually brought in. So, they know it's a little bit performative. Let's keep going here. I don't really see. 1 second. Oh, it looks like Iran rejects the ceasefire negotiation, says ready for U.S. ground invasion per time. I'm not sure like why you would do this, but wow, they just want the smoke. All right, interesting. Also, too, on oil, Trump on gas prices. If they rise, they rise. Alex Dello goes, "Please, Mr. President, I'm tired of winning already." Yeah, what's interesting, you're probably going to probably see the Trump supporters go, we're just going to have to pay more. That's just what's going to happen. That's just what's going to happen. Ooh, interesting. So let's start going a little bit into the AI world of things, as we typically do during these time frames. This is an interesting interview from Ecom Cowboy. Basically, it booked 35 appointments on the calendar, with just by launching an agent. So I'm actually curious. Sometimes these things are a little bit overwhelming with the amount of showmanship, but hopefully this is actually helpful.
Doing a PR sprint, had it scrape 2,000 podcasts, or I had to research 2,000 podcasts, scrape all of the emails that are associated with them, and then cold emailed them. So I used Instantly AI to, like, this whole workflow was just built by Claude Code, everything I'm describing. Validated the emails with Million Verifier, put them into Instantly AI to cold email them. And then I built an agent that basically is like, book me, book an intro call, like with me. That's like its goal. So I was like, cool, maybe we'll get a handful. I just need some data. It got 112 positive responses off of the 2,000 that I reached out to. It booked 35 of them on my calendar last week. I was like, fuck, this worked too well. I actually was like, oh my God, like I have to now do 35 calls, right? Like I have to that is just for PR. God. So I think I told you this already, but
that's actually, I mean, sales is the best thing for agents, for sure. 100%. 100%. Another headline was that Anthropic opened up their Claude marketplace, basically for enterprises to simplify their procurement of AI tools. Huh. Let's take a look at this. Where is this? Touch grass. What is touch? They have different ones here. Wow. Okay. Oh, here it is. Here's the marketplace. Here is the marketplace. If it decides to come up, Claude Marketplace. Okay, so here are the ones on the. Here are the top. The top tools on Claude's marketplace. Number 1, GitLab. Uses Claude in GitLab's intelligence orchestration platform across the entire software cycle with enterprise-grade security, quality, and governance. Not sure what that means, but we'll keep going. I mean, this is a good way to like understand whether or not your tagline is actually good. Use Harvey's Claude-powered platform to navigate complex legal work and deliver measurable results. That's a good one. Okay, so this is legal. Lovable, powered by Claude. Anyone on your team can build and ship real apps, internal tools, landing pages, and customer-facing products. Okay. I guess Lovable is just Claude code. Like, I don't know why this would be here. Again, Replit. Empower every builder in your organization to create and deploy production-grade software using natural language powered by Claude. Again, it's the same thing as Claude. So why are you using those? Rogo. Generate institutional-grade decks and financial models. Conduct company and market research and work alongside a thought partner designed specifically for finance and available via Claude. Okay, so we have 2 sector-specific tooling software programs. We have GitLab, which we need to do a little bit more research on, but we have 2 ones that are basically vibe coding. So sector agnostic, and then sector specific, and then Snowflake, which is you can use agents to basically analyze, transform, and act on your enterprise data. So 6 different tooling softwares used to vibe code stuff, ask and do research, and then do data analysis, which I guess this is more specific. Cox Automotive. Huh, this is cool. All right. I would presume this is probably going to get bigger and bigger over time. But it's interesting they chose these 6 specific applications. Let me just check. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I also want to show. Okay, so we're gonna go into the Indexify portion of this today's discussion. Number 1, because I created a very cool kind of tool to basically show what we've been doing every day for the past 6 weeks, which is our AI portfolios. Basically, our strategy of combining small cap coins and tokens, combining them, and getting venture-like returns. That's our goal. AI cohort number 25, doing quite well. So what did I do? We've created over the course of the past several weeks is AI cohorts, and you're going to see some of them here. Some of them do really well. Some of them don't do very well. 29 is down 8%. The number 28 is down, definitely. 27 is down a little. It's actually up a little bit. 26 is also down. I mean, some of these are like up and down, up and down. AI cohort number 24 is up 3x, so it covered some good losses, and a few other ones as well. So there's definitely it looks like we did have quite a pullback in the past couple days. So one of the things that we wanted to do was basically create ways for us as people who are creating portfolios, testing strategies, and ultimately creating agentic wealth management is how do we increase our probability of actually seeing results? Number one, I went ahead and combined all of the different AI cohorts. So that's number one, right? We went and actually looked at what the prices were at, how they performed, what happened, et cetera, et cetera. Now, what I wanted to do after looking at all the different stacks was where does it fall? Where does it sit? Which cohorts did really well, and how quickly did they do well? What we tend to see is that the earlier cohorts who performed poorly to start didn't ever really come back. So number one, you had to have like almost a pretty quick increase. Like it has to do really well. It has to do really well very, very quickly. Now we have to update these a little bit more, but yeah. So that's number one. You have to do it quickly, and it has to continue to operate really quickly. This is every single cohort that we made mapped by time. And you can see all the prices. And then what I want to do is create a backtesting simulator to say, hey, if we put a stop loss, can we actually increase our P&L? Now, right now, we're at our average return is down a little bit. Yesterday it was up. But what I want to do is we want to see what is the optimal stop loss that we do. And what we see is that the optimal stop loss is, I believe, 20%. And you can see that in this case, we would be holding 3. Right? So, and in each case, some of these are over quite a large amount of time. Now, I am curious, number 24, why we would hit our take profit or stop loss. Oh no, we're holding. So you end up holding ones that 2x, 2.5x, 1.3. I think this is actually up. These aren't totally up. So you set your stop loss at -10 and your take profit at 155. Wow. You average out 12.8%, and you have a net P&L of $205 if you invested $100 into each one. Oh, this is dope. This is super cool. And then outside of that, what I wanted to see was if you decided to reconstitute and bring in other tokens or drop tokens, how would it perform, and what would it perform? So, if we reconstitute, I think, well, T plus 28. If you reconstitute at T plus 28, then you do well. Oh wow. Oh yeah. And then we kept on going. Basically, the module is supposed to backtest and see how everything works really well. Let's see. So the question is, what is the Hoisico? An AI cohort 16. was the best. Oh, we have to update this. Oh, not the proper link. Not the proper link. AI cohort 16. Oh, it's number 16. So it's at 65%. And it's saying Hosiko was pretty much the winner of this. Super oil reserve. And I think one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to do since inception, because it's hard to see how things actually performed since inception. So that is definitely one thing that we want to do. Let's see. House Pigeon. Pigeon is up 146 in that respective portfolio. I thought in maxing up 95%. Oh, that's AI Core 16. So you see some are down significantly. So in the case of some of the larger ones, some of these are down 99%. So the key thing here is that how do we weed out the ones that have such massive launches, like massive losses, that is. Let's try it out. So I'm typing to Claude. So we're gonna have Claude go and do an analysis on what we need to change to improve our sets. Now we can do that, number one, through setting stop losses. So that's number one. We can also set take profits, and we can optimize our take profit function. So let's say you guys can't see that. Here, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch to window desktop overlay, window capture. One second. Add source. Display capture, that's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. I think we want to do per token stop loss and limit. So what we're trying to do is understand how we should think about reconstituting these stacks and where we should set our limits with respect to stop loss and take profit, because we just implemented our limit orders. So we want to go through and we want to say, okay, like how do we like properly set our functions so that we can, we can make this work really well. So I asked it, how could we improve upon this so that we can make clear decisions with respect to reconstituting portfolios and or the type of assets that we're accepting. While it's doing that, while it's running, we can go ahead. We're going to create a stack. Our top performers are doing quite well. I thought we had... This is AI cohort number 19. Or 29, sorry. Oh, what is the AI cohort 29? Where's the 29? Stack name already taken. That's strange. Maybe it's archived. It could be archived. That could be the case. Let's see. Oh no, it's at 94. Oh, we closed it. That's why. Ah, yes. That's why. So we're gonna do this. I was gonna say, I was like, I'm losing my mind here, losing my mind. Here we go. So it's actually performing pretty well. Number 29. Sorry. Okay, successfully updated. Okay, there we go. So this did pretty well. Okay. So we're gonna refresh this. So per token stop loss. So I don't know if we can do this, but we can basically do a take profit and stop loss by token. Wow, which really increases quite a bit. Wow. Oh my gosh. Why would this impact? Huh, that's odd. So we would be holding all of these. We would take profit on stack 11 and 12. How would we take profit on 11 and 12? Everybody's, I'm like showing this in real time. So we would hit our take profit on 11 and 12? No, we wouldn't. Exit price is $2? No. Oh. Interesting. So in 11, there was one that really took off. Let's just take a look. So they're saying, interesting. Okay. So Claude and Xavier should have been dropped. Huh. Not sure if this works like that well, but it's definitely something that we're gonna keep on improving. So let's go ahead and create a stack of tokens that are above 250K market cap and below 2 million and are the highest performers on the day. Okay, so Peace, Skate, Clarity, Said, and Benman. Okay, I like this. This looks good. So we're gonna create this stack. We're just gonna make sure that there's no like tiny ones, because that's the key. Like you don't wanna have like tiny market cap coins. You need ones that are like high enough. Yeah, like Skate. What is Skate? Why does this one keep coming up? Live? What's going on here? What's going on here? What is this? Skatechain.org. 1 a.m. Oh, so this is a liquidity provider? Okay. But why is it so low market? Is this like this is a wrapper? But this is like what I'm not understanding is why is this? Let's take a look. We're always testing. We're always testing. Legit meme. Huh. Weird. Very weird. Oh, it is. It is the correct one. So it looks like Skate, this is like a scam. Huh. It's odd. This is the correct address. And they are cross-chain. And this just has the wrong deck screener. Okay. Regardless, I don't really think it's doing well for us, so we might want to decide not to include that. I think we should just do that right now. Save. Said protocol. Let's take a look at that one. This one looks good. This one's slowly going up. That's what you're looking for. I'll go to the website. AI agents on Solana. Oh, people are giving. Got it. People are giving agents identifications on the Solana blockchain. Pretty interesting. World Peace, that's another meme coin. I believe Clarity is also another meme coin. And Benham, what is this? It's a, what is it? It's like a It's older. It's an older token. Sitting at 280. It's like a Minnie Mouse. Oh, wow. Oh, this is like the cheese one, too. Huh. This is doing pretty well, though. All right, so we'll see how that works out. What's going on here? AI cohort 22 isn't performing very well. I wonder why. Oh, yeah, look at that. UFO token and Pipkin the horse doing pretty terribly. 24-hour change. Oh, my gosh, these guys got slammed. These guys got slammed. Our pigeons are in here. 94K. Yeah, these are... We should probably sell this. These are going down. Let's go into our new ones. 1 minute ago. Wow. Okay, so this is a lower market cap. This is definitely a low market cap portfolio. I wonder which one is going... Well, how new is World Peace? That is the question. What is it? How does it work? L bank listing. I mean, this is pretty good, pretty decent. Pretty decent. All right, let's go ahead. We will invest in this, and then we're going to show our holdings as well. I like we got on a dip though. And then we're going to show our holdings. So there you go. All right. I wonder... I wonder how... Oh, look at our stack wars, actually. It's such a weird... This is such a weird look. Probably expand this now. Looks like we're actually still up. Wow. Microsoft was the best one to buy, guys. Should have just stayed with the Microsoft. Would have done just fine. Yeah, Microsoft is like cooking. But anyways, guys, what a time. Friday, the world is going all over the place, but generally speaking, still building through it and having a great time doing it. Our pre-IPO technology stack is also up. The last thing I'll leave out here is that this pre-IPO technology portfolio is something that I think Robinhood actually did copy, specifically from their venture fund, which just was released when? This was released just today, I believe. The Robinhood Venture Fund went forward. They did Databricks. They were doing mostly software companies. So, venture fund. So I don't really know about this particular. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. The market was looking okay when we left it. Now it's getting crushed. It's getting crushed. This is mostly SaaS companies. I don't know. This looks like an older set of private companies. I like ours. I like our pre-IPO stack because it's a combination of like Anduril, SpaceX, OpenAI, Anthropic, Kalshi, Polymarket. I mean, these are creme de la creme, the biggest ones. And so I do feel like this is the correct stack to be invested in. Although it does seem to be that they believe that it's like Databricks and all this. Now, as we're coming into close, let's just see. We took a massive hit literally when we first started. We started, it was at 24,800. Now we're at 24,658. So market came down quite a bit. The NASDAQ down 1.4%. It does seem like Thursdays are the days of the reckoning. But it doesn't look quite well for the market. I mean, it just every day it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier. You're almost seeing, I mean, I don't really know, like basically everybody's waiting for this thing to take a nice little correction. It just looks like it needs one. Everyone is sitting here and is like, okay, I think it needs a little kick. But good for the people that are buying here. I'm not sure why, aside from like the passive investing, just not looking at your portfolio, it doesn't look all that great, though. You see something in 2024 where, I mean, listen, in 2024, it went from 22,000 down to 16. I mean, it took a good 30-40% haircut. So, got to be patient out here. Make sure that you're saving up for those dips. But let's see where we end up closing at. We'll go to the 1 minute. I don't know if we could do the 1 second, but we're coming up. Let's take a look. The last minute of the open trading session. It's gonna be kind of sad, like 24/7 markets. Like you get like a break. You get like a break. It closes at 4, and then you go the next day. 24/7 markets are just gonna be, people are just cooking all day. They're never stopping. They're never stopping. 24.36. Yeah, looks like it's gonna stop around there, down at 1.5, which is quite tough considering that they wiped out a lot of those losses earlier in the day. Let's see where Hood ended up at. Yeah, down 4%. Yeah, so not a lot of rebounding going on, but gold, silver. Let's see, silver's at 83. Still hasn't really recovered from that massive pump and then drawdown. But U.S. oil is really, looks like that's where everybody's headed to right now. And then lastly, our Reddit stock, which is EONR, is down, up 10%, but down a good amount. So with that, guys, I think this is it's been a wonderful week with you. I will see you next week, and excited for bringing on some guests next week as we build out our agent. And I think one of the things that you saw today, which was just like our heat map, our ability to like see our performances, is something that we're going to continuously building upon. So we'll continue to update this and show what we're up to, what we're working on, and improving our performances. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day and weekend.